Hey everybody, it's Rich, and we are going to do a 6-month review coming off the first half of 2023 with a little bit of a real estate summary for our newsletter this month. And we're going to get into some predictions for the second half of the year of where we think real estate may be going and some of the challenges you may face as a buyer and seller. And we're going to finish that off with a couple of exciting announcements that we're working on internally that we hope end up being a benefit to you guys that have been consuming our social media content, newsletters, and all the stuff that we're putting out there for you. So to start off, just a summary of the first half of 2023. Challenging to say the least. Rates remained in the 6.5% to 7.5% range, depending on the day. We saw a lot of volatility in interest rates, which ultimately made it less affordable for folks to get into a home, whether that was first-time home, trade up, trade down, investment properties. For those of you investors out there, like cash flow is really hard to come by or more challenging, not impossible. But for the year, we saw fewer homes coming onto the market. As a matter of fact, only the month of January, when you look on a year-over-year basis, did we actually see a positive increase in the number of new listings that came onto the market. Every other month on a year-over-year basis, it was actually negative. The same is true when we look at pricing year over year. Every single month, we saw some pricing challenges. However, year to date, pricing stability has still been pretty decent. Sales have been down. The number of pending and closed sales has been down every single month to start off 2023, which is of no surprise. I mean, if it becomes more affordable or less affordable to own a home, fewer people are taking action. All that being said, to finish off 2023, here's what we are predicting. We're going to predict that rates stay in that 6.5% to 7.5% range, maybe trickle down just a little bit to the 6.5% range. But the Federal Reserve, in our opinion, is going to remain somewhat dovish on the economy. We anticipate 2 more rate hikes this year. And really what's driving that is the strong labor market with regards to the number of new jobs, job openings. That's remained really strong. So the Fed is mandated to maintain full unemployment. And with that in place, they're going to focus 100% of their attention on inflation and doing whatever means necessary. We saw good inflation numbers, but they still need to actually see that continue to be a trend before they're comfortable in changing their rate strategy. So we think rates are going to stay the same. We're still going to have an inventory challenge. The fact of the matter is, new construction for single-family residents has lagged demand for quite some time now. We saw a decent uptick in the National Home Builders Association new construction starts. That was positive. We saw positive sentiment from them, so that's really good. However, the amount of buyer demand that's still out there and the amount of inventory that's out there still remains challenged, which is going to keep prices fairly stable regardless of rates, which, in turn is potentially going to lead us to more days on market and a higher percentage of homes really selling with seller concessions or some sort of middle ground to make buyers happy, to make sellers happy. So we do anticipate that there'll be a higher percentage of homes that will be selling with concessions to make the deal actually work and get it done. Finally, the condition is still going to be a focus. And so for those of you that are thinking of selling your home, focus on condition, get it as close as you can to a 10 out of 10 property by the time it enters the market. It's going to help with your pricing. It's going to help with attracting buyers. And quite frankly, that's what we need right now in our market. So that's end of year, next 6-month prediction from us, first half of the year recap. And so some exciting news. Be on the lookout for some joint partnership investment series that we're going to be doing with some fellow realtors, hopefully bringing some value to you on the investment side. There's still opportunities out there, whether it's fix and flips, build and hold, or just your traditional, rental properties, whether it's purchased through using a BRRRR method, traditional financing method. There's still opportunities out there, and we look forward to, helping you guys find those deals, evaluate those deals, and maybe even manage a couple of projects for you. So hope you guys all have a great second half of the year, and look forward to our next newsletter here in August.